No, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I had to, babe.
Alright, I'm gonna show you how natural it is gonna be for me, and you have some lipstick on your tooth.
What?
You have lipstick on your tooth. Is that good? Is that okay if I sit like this?
No. Yeah, come look, because now my head's gonna look gigantic compared to your small one.
I'm ready.
Hey guys! He's ready. So I guess I'll just go ahead and introduce you all to my lovely husband, Ramin. Just wanted to, first of all, excuse my voice if it sounds a little congested. It's the pregnancy. If I start being sluggish, it's the pregnancy.
Blame it on the pregnancy.
Pretty much everything.
That's great.
It's the pregnancy. Yeah, this time around it's just been quite rough for me. Do you just want to like ask me some random questions at first, or should we just get into the questions?
No, I think you should give the people what they want. And
So first question.
Okay.
What is your job? Like, what do you do?
my job, what do I do? Right now I'm a full-time husband. Full-time father. Not a babysitter anymore.
It's called parenting. It's
Yeah.
not babysitting
It's
when it's your own child.
But no, as far as my profession background-wise, I have a business background, so I was doing public accounting for a while with one of the big four firms. And plus, I met my beautiful wife at that point in time, and I said, you know what? It's time to do some things a little bit different. So I started working for the government, still maintaining my business background, CPA. And then that kind of opened doors for what I've been currently studying for, as many of you know, which is studying for the bar. And then soon, inshallah, I'll be starting at one of the DC firms in October. But until then, just keeping myself busy with some various projects. I have my own tax business, but now I'm kind of venturing into things with Asya. So just a little bit of everything. You know, you got to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a hodgepodge.
Yeah, it's a hodgepodge. I mean, you know, that's what you gotta do in
But
life.
your main career is going to be the law firm and...
Yeah, we'll see where my philosophy has always been. You learn things, and it adds another tool to your tool belt.
Everything
but yeah,
is a stepping stone.
it's
That's
a stepping
what I
stone.
always say.
Yeah, so inshallah, law is going to be the next big thing that I'll be focusing on, and then
Yeah.
we'll see, God willing, where it takes us.
It keeps it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's
It's
true.
fun. Yeah. I mean, I've had like 10 different careers.
Yeah, you have, so.
Yeah, so I mean, they're also asking me
Of
what
course.
I do.
What
So
do you do?
I work at a nonprofit organization. I work on different projects focusing in Egypt, Afghanistan, and currently Africa, different parts of Africa. I started off as a marketing business program.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, marketing business. What was it? Development specialist. Like, I guess, gig or whatever at ABC News for a little while, which was fun,
Yeah.
but definitely not something.
Yeah, you had to actually do reporting, and I thought she did a phenomenal job, especially in front of the camera. But you know, God has his own plans, and so you were able to do that. But then we were also being But then you got the nonprofit job, which you wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Had my eyes set on that. I mean,
Plus, importantly, you do Vintagista.
of course,
Let's not forget about
Vintagista,
that.
yeah. Like, that's my main goal, is to just have that be my full-time gig. And of course, hardest job on the planet, motherhood. Most rewarding, definitely. And I love spending time with my little boy, and soon to be whatever it is going to be, we'll reveal. That's also what I do.
She does parenting, not babysitting, by the way.
I do parenting.
Just for the record.
Motherhood. See, I didn't say
Yes.
babysitting. When did we meet?
Can we actually preface that, because a lot of you, and I actually read her comments to make sure there's any trolls out there, because there's quite a few trolls sometimes. So I'm kind of like the troll keeper. But one of the things that a lot of you have been asking about is, where are we from? Now, I thought it might be obvious, but actually when we met, she thought I was Lebanese, which
something.
I am not, or something.
Definitely
something.
not Afghan.
Full Afghan. A lot of you say Afghani, which that's fine as well.
No,
but,
it's not. Afghani is the currency.
But then you have people like this who have issues with me being considered currency.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from, well, my dad's Palestinian.
Palestinian, yes.
Yes. And he and my siblings from his other wife all live in Dubai. And my mother is Afghan, so I'm mixed.
Very interesting mix. When I found out that she was part Palestinian, Afghan, I thought, I was like, well, something happened there, and who knows what, but definitely an interesting mix. You don't see a lot of Afghan Palestinians
Well, what
out
do you
there.
think happened? It was an arranged marriage.
There
And
you go.
that's
That's
even
why I said
worse,
something happened.
because then people are like, well, how did they get arranged?
Yeah.
It's such a long story.
But I met her father, and her father, a very, very smart man. He speaks a lot of languages, so that's
like
something
7
that
different
happened.
languages.
Interesting.
He's
background
fluent in
knows.
Pashto and
Yeah.
Farsi.
And what about all the countries and places?
Oh
you've lived?
yeah, so I was born in Pakistan, and I was about 3 or 4 years old when we moved to Germany. I have tons of family out in Germany, and then we moved out to California when I was 8.
But since we've gotten together, she's been telling me how
Amazing California is.
which it is, and how much she wants to move
weather.
there.
It's the
And of course, the weather is the pinnacle point of all the conversations.
Yeah. And then I went to college in Colorado for a year,
Colorado.
University of Colorado, the Buffaloes, and then I moved out here, Virginia.
We are-
Well, DC, Virginia.
Yeah, we live,
It's a little country.
Yeah, we live south of D.C., the nation's capital for the United
Yeah.
States, as
That's
far
where
as
we're
where we
from.
are from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but he's like born and bred in Virginia.
Born and bred. Well, born in Afghanistan, but yeah, Virginia has been my home for 25 plus years. It's home. I like it. It has its
It has its,
moments, but you know what? We make do.
yeah. I'm just being like this because I'm pregnant. I think I just like to complain. How did we meet each other?
Okay. What happened was one of our mutual friends, who I did not know was a mutual friend at that point in time, had asked me why I had never dated any type of Middle Eastern girls. And yeah, surprise, I have dated. I don't think it's anything that I hide about. But I never had been involved with Middle Easterns. But anyway, so she had asked me would I be wanting to go to a birthday party, and it was Asia's birthday, and I believe it was your 24th birthday. I said, sure, but can I get a picture of her?
Oh,
Yeah, no, I was just kind of curious to see, what kind of person it was. And when she sent the picture, her friend, I told Asia this, and I can tell to her now that I did think she was out of my league. But being who I was, I said, why not? Nothing to lose, right? That's how we met, was at the birthday gathering, and we only spoke for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, literally. It was like, hi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even know you were Afghan at that point, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Nice to meet you.
But something
Take a
told me
picture.
that you were, yeah. But it was very, if you want to call it serendipitous.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something that, and I think that's a theme for us, is that it has been through a lot of divine intervention. I do believe that.
Questions, do you struggle with cultural differences? So I don't think so, because my mom raised me very like Afghan, and and so I'm actually, oh wait, so yeah, like he really hardly ever spoke Farsi when I first met him, and now thanks to Mua, he speaks
I do,
decent amount of
I
Farsi.
speak a
No,
lot
he
more
speaks a
Farsi,
lot
yeah.
more Farsi,
Yeah.
and so like my Farsi's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, my household, I have 2 older sisters, and we predominantly spoke English. And when I went to college, university, I was out for 4 years. So over there, I was amongst people who predominantly spoke English.
So how many kids do we want? So when we first got married, I was like, I want 7 kids because,
7.
yeah, I was like, it's my Arab genes. I definitely want a, like, huge family and, and all that good stuff. And then we had one. And, well, just, I'm good with, like, whatever God gives us, but definitely not more than, like, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
4 is, like, really pushing it.
But yeah, the numbers have truncated. Give me the strength.
Give
but
you
no,
the strength. Give me the strength. Mother does like the hardest
the
part.
mothers do that, and that's
Just
why I tell
kidding.
Lanza that.
No, you do a fantastic job too.
I think mothers, you especially, a lot more to do with child raising. It's not necessarily that men can't do it, but I think that, and I've spoken with other fathers. For men, it's much more challenging, but for women, I think there's a lot more patience that comes with having children.
So who wears the pants in the relationship? I do.
That's why I
Okay,
didn't
so
answer.
here's the thing, okay, with our relationship. We balance it out. Like, there are things that I know that he's just gonna want a certain way or whatever, and I give into that. And I feel like there's things that you know that I'm not gonna budge on, and you give into that. And I think we keep it balanced. I always tell him, I'm like, you are so lucky you met me, because I mean, we really, from the get-go, there are always issues, especially in the first year of marriage. There's that adjustment period where you really try to figure each other out. When we were going through that, I had to walk him through some things.
For any of you viewers who have prospective spouses, soon to be fiancés, especially if they are men,
I hope it would be men.
if you notice during that whole dissertation that she just gave, I was quiet, and I think that's one of the best things that men can do. I think it comes down to, again, balance and making sure that there are compromises. It's not always going to be 50-50, but I think working together is key, and that's going to be an art form that is learned.
Yeah, and I mean, I think number one for us is respect. Yes. Number one. Seriously, it's like respect. We're so big on that. Ever since I was young, my mom has always told me, once respect is out the door, once respect is gone, everything else starts to fall apart. So you just have to make sure that, I mean, in my opinion, everyone has their own way.
We make things work. It doesn't mean that we haven't had disagreements. There's always going to be those in marriage, and we have plenty of those, so it's not anything that we're saying that it's always perfect.
Yeah, and pick your battles wisely.